that on there. Let's go here. Okay, looks good, looks good. There we go. Everything seems to be alright. Actually, let's test out. Let's test out something. Let me see. Actually, let's test out. Let's test out something. Let me see. Okay, talk.
Hey, how are you? Blah 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 blah. Let's ride little dragons and party on the clouds.
Okay, yeah, seems to be working now as it should. No echoing or anything. Let's see. Let's push up that a bit more. Okay, there we go. And let's try again.
Hey, what's up?
And let's try again. Strange. Ominaisuudet. Ominaisuudet. Suodattimet. Okay, yeah, there's that problem. Okay. Oh well. Yeah, there's that problem. Okay.
So,
Well, it seems it's time. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody! My name is SlendisFi, and welcome to listen again once more. Well, not for the last time. The podcast with Angel. And today the topic is the Cassians and the Dominion. So yeah, Cassians. From the image I am having here, seems that they are human-like beings, or actually humans even. So so last time we talked about the Chua, the insane rats who should be skinned alive and after that burned on the stake alive. So this is basically the race that hired the Chua, so to speak. Right?
Yeah.
So
Well, the story of the Cassians and the Dominion begins about 16,000 years ago.
16,000? Holy
Yeah.
shit! This is gonna be a long one.
Alright, so you had the humans and they lived on the planet.
the planet Cassia. And they weren't called humans back then, they still called themselves Cassians. And the Cassians are actually, well, they're humans. Like, look into the mirror, that's what they look like. But their planet was so ravaged by war, and it was almost destroyed. Like, the crops didn't grow anymore, and the world was actually really, they were desperate. And then they were found by the master race, the ones who created almost everything. The Elden. And the Elden were like, hey, you have a great destiny. You have been chosen by us. So give us this woman, we will grant you a great destiny, or be destroyed. Your choice. So the woman they wanted is actually the mother of the first Lumini. And that's a story I will tell you now.
Okay. So this story is going to be about how the Cassians came to be and all that. But,
yeah.
And after... So, this is their birth story.
Yeah, and the birth story of the Dominion.
So they are linked to each other, basically.
Yeah, very, very much. The Cassians are the... Well, actually the Elden are the founders of the Dominion, but I will tell you that now. So they gave up the woman, and we actually meet that woman in-game. So she's still alive for some reason.
Fucking hell!
And
no way. 16,000 years old human. Okay, I'm ordering that shit she's taking.
Yeah. So she was taken by the Elden, and she was taken to Nexus, and then like 100 years went by, and they were thinking the Elden just tricked us. They just wanted one of us for an experiment. But then something happened. A ship was seen in the sky. One of such technology the Cassians couldn't even imagine. The ship landed in the capital city, and out stepped Dominus the Half-Blood.
Oh.
And Dominus was the first of the Lumini. He was the first emperor of the Dominion. He was half human, half Elden.
Whoa. So basically a god.
Yeah, basically.
Or demigod.
And yeah, and he just walked out, and he was like, "People of Cassia, serve me or die."
Okay, yeah, okay. Quite dramatic presentation.
Yeah. And the people of Cassia unanimously agreed, and the Dominion was born. Dominus granted them thousands of pieces of technology, and they colonized over half the galaxy. At that point, life in the Dominion wasn't quite good. At this point, actually, the Dominion at this point is the best place you can live in the Wildstar universe. It's a utopia. There is no hunger, no poverty, a lot of equal rights, civil rights, work rights. Everywhere in the Dominion, it's like a utopia, except Basgalore, but we know why. So yeah, the Dominion.
So, wait, hold on a moment. So, Dominus.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same name we are having in our RP world?
No, that is Domin.
Domin. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is a direct descendant of Dominus, though.
Ooh.
That's a thing. In the Dominion, you have two classes of people. You have the Highborn and you have the Lowborn. The Highborn are a bit more privileged, but that's just because they are the descendants of Dominus. They are the descendants of the first emperor. They are basically royals. So the Lowborn are the Cassians that have no Elden blood in them. And the Highborn have a little bit more rights, not much, but they are more privileged. For example, if a Highborn goes into the military, they immediately get promoted to the rank of officer. And the Lowborn have to work for it. But other than that, the Dominion is a paradise to live in. There is no hunger, no poverty, just beautiful. It's just the best life you can imagine. But at the time that Dominus arrived in Cassia, the humans weren't as evolved as they are now. They were basically Victorian era. So yeah, and since Dominus came and he basically transformed it into an intergalactic empire.
Alright. That actually, how should I say this? That's pretty interesting actually. So, if there was an utopia, as you said, then why would the exiled be? Because like no hunger, poverty, or anything like that. That sounds too good. Like, okay.
Yeah, that's actually why I am part of the Dominion as a whole, and why I actually see the exiles. The exiles want independence from the Dominion. And that's actually because the exiles are centuries old. The exiles don't know what life in the current Dominion is like. So, I'm gonna tell you the origin story of the Dominion. Of the exiles.
I think we will have to wait for that because we have so much to talk about. So, Cassians as a race, they are basically humans, and they are 16,000-year-old race in this universe. Okay. So, Cassians, what are their main characteristics? Like, okay, of course, human-like and all that, but like,
well, you have the Lowborn, of course. The Lowborn, just look in the mirror, that's what the Lowborn looks like. But you also have the Highborn, and you can also actually make a Highborn. The Highborn are taller. They have paler skin. Their hair is white, and their eyes are also completely white. At least their irises are white. So that's what a Highborn looks like. The Highborn are actually almost a subspecies of the human race. So, yeah.
So, as you said, they are half Elden.
Yes, they have the blood of the Elden in them. Not as much as Dominus, but that's because of inbreeding. I mean, like, with inbreeding with the human race.
You mean mixed blood?
Crossbreeding.
Yeah.
Yes. So, the ones that are highest are the ones with the purest Elden blood. I don't know how Dominus did it, but the current Emperor is almost completely still a Lumini. The half-Eldens are called the Lumini.
Okay.
And they are actually the ones... Their reference for the Elden are actually their gods. So you have churches completely devoted to the Lumini. And you have a lot of Lumini, and most of them have been emperors. So, the complete Lumini. And in the Dominion, it's like you become the more Lumina you are, the higher in status you are.
So pure blood gives you more status.
Yeah.
Okay, now that sounds more like a that sounds like from Harry Potter universe, to be honest.
Yeah? You're gonna hate me when I say this, but I can't remember those movies.
Yeah, well, given
I know the
the
basic.
pure blood stuff in Harry Potter and all that, purer your blood, that better chances you've got to survive and all that.
Yeah. It's pretty similar. Pretty similar. But yeah, the Lumini. We're gonna have a dragon video, but I want to talk about the
We are.
Lumini a bit,
Let's talk
because-
about the other races in their own videos.
Boys,
Let's keep
Are
this on.
we're gonna
the,
cover the Lumini, or are those gonna get their own video?
They are pretty much the same race, right?
Pretty much. But like the Lumini are almost elf-like.
Okay. Well, let's give them their own video in that case.
Awesome. Okay, so the rest of the Dominion history. Wanna know it?
Well, I think we all want to know it.
Perfect. So, eventually, the humans became more prosperous and more prosperous under the guidance of Dominus. And, well, Dominus, even though he was half Elven, the Lumini are still mortal. And after 300 years, Dominus passed away and his son took the throne. And the empire became more warlike.
Chaotic.
Yeah, more chaotic. Like, without the hand of Dominus to guide it, his son was wise, but he was not quite Dominus the Half-Blood. And, well, the empire kind of disintegrated a bit. And in that is the time where the Exiles formed. I'm gonna tell a little bit, but I'm not going into depth. You had Brightland, and Brightland was one of the highest admirals in the Galactic Navy. And he saw the food riots because there was hunger and there was poverty still in the Dominion before. So they blew up the entire fleet. They blew up the entire fleet in protest, and Hawkland was the one that did it. He took a bunch of his people in his ship and they flew away into a new destiny because they wanted independence from the Dominion that treated them so badly.
So, how badly they were treated, in fact?
Well, there were things called food riots. So there was almost no food at that point. And there was like a lot of inequality. Like, you have a few eras in the Dominion. You have the Dominus era, one of the more prosperous, and you have the era of his son, and then you have more eras. Like, the current era is the most prosperous one ever, under Emperor Miraculous. And Miraculous is the great grandson of Dominus, and he is still pure Lumini. I don't know how they do it. Maybe the Lumini are incest as fuck, but
maybe. Who knows?
yeah, like, that's one thing I always wondered about. I mean, you have the emperors of the Dominion. how can Miraculous still be completely Lumini and others have disintegrated into highborn state? But you're Miraculous, right? You're the direct descendant. So what do you do? Like, did Dominus have a son and a daughter and they just... like, Dominus had a lot of sons though. And not all took the throne. So, he also had a daughter now I think of it. Poor girl. Right, come with the questions.
Okay. So, actually, seems, well, I think we already talked about the Lumini a bit, but let's give them their own video in the future. Because, as you said, they are more into the pure blood of the Elden human hybrid race. What about the Highborn? What's their biology like in comparison to this?
Highborn are very different. A normal lowborn lives maybe 100 years, 110. That's the average lifespan of a lowborn in the Dominion. Well, a highborn can live for about 800 years.
800?
Yeah! A highborn can be centuries and centuries old.
Wow.
If sickness, but there is one catch. If you're a highborn, you can get what is called genetic affliction. And genetic affliction, well, since he is almost a Lumini, but still has a lot of human, some cells don't work together. Like, they are completely different species, and, well, their cells don't work together. So they get genetic conditions, and they die from that, mostly. That's one of the most common deaths of highborns. But if they don't have that, they can live to 800 years.
That is quite interesting, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean the Cassians are way more interesting than you thought, huh?
Yeah, because like they are humans yet not actually humans, like, and they have so many sub-races. Holy shit! In my opinion, maybe we should focus this time only on Cassians, and then in the future talk more about the Highborn and the what was that other race? The Lumini.
Lumini. Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
seriously,
I think so too.
Otherwise we are going to be here for hours. So let's focus on Cassians. So Cassian in Cassian biology is pretty much the same as humans, right?
Yeah. The normal Cassians, but that's kind of the thing. They have a very different lifestyle. So, for example, a human of the Exile side can maybe live 80 to 70 years. Well, a Cassian can live to 100, 130.
Okay, so basically...
And that's the average life expectancy. If you are born into the Dominion, you are a Cassian, you can expect to be at least more than a century old. Well,
okay.
if you're a normal human, I mean like a human that chose to side with the Exiles, you're malnourished.
Let's not talk about them yet. Their time will come. There will be time for them later.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much. It's so easy to get sidetracked with humans. I mean, there are so many things. Well, they actually made. That's the thing. The Cassians believe they have been chosen by their gods to rule over the galaxy. They are chosen by their gods to rule over the galaxy. They have a divine edict to rule over the galaxy. But not all races see it that way.
Yeah, understandable. So
Yeah.
So tell me about their homeworld, because for some reason I think that this all is connected to the homeworld stuff, also being chosen race and all that. The homeworld, what is called and how they got there? What is the whole deal with it? Like,
Their homeworld is called Cassians. It's the Dominion capital. And Cassius is a beautiful world. It has many exotic plants. It's at this point it's a beautiful world. They have rebuilt it, but in the past it was almost completely destroyed by war, the infighting between the human nations. And they now have rebuilt, and now their world is a beautiful place. It's kind of like, imagine Earth, but way more beautiful. Like, everything is green, everything is beautiful, the flowers are in full bloom. It's just wow. And that's actually the homeworld of the Dominion. But of the Cassians, but there's one small catch, something I came across today, and it's pretty interesting. It's like you think, what? There is no fossil record to prove to find that humans originated on Cassius. There is, like, Cassius, every human thinks this is the homeworld, origin of the race. But there is no actual proof they were born there.
so there is high chance that humans from Earth found out a way to travel between the galaxies and found a new planet about 16,000 years ago.
Yeah, that's
So-
actually possible.
So basically
But
we
it-
are talking like over 16,000, maybe over 17,000 years into the future from where are we now.
Yeah, it's very possible. There are a few theories, like the normal, oh, they were created by the Elden. But what you just said is one of the main theories about the Cassians. And I actually like your theory. It's a good one. Because, well, it just makes sense. And yeah, the human world it's a beautiful place. That's what you need to know. I mean, I know. Imagine Naboo from Star Wars, but like better. And then you have the human, and then you have Cassians.
Okay. So, okay, so their home world, it's not their originated world where they are from, and there's many theories about it, as you said. So,
Yeah.
given all this, so how did so the Dominion came to be because of the first Emperor?
Yeah.
Because of the first Empire. So like, okay, you already scraped a bit of the surface on this, but what is the life like for Cassians, especially Cassians in the Dominion? Like, what is their place in the Order, in the Empire?
Well, in the Empire, the Dominion believes in equal rights. So the Cassians have just as much right as a dragon, for example. And, well, the life for a Cassian in the Dominion. Well, it means food on your plate every day. It means having a bath, having a shower. It means never having to live in poverty because everything is taken care of. It means you do have to adhere to the order of things, but your life is gonna be beautiful. You're gonna lead a full, beautiful life with children, with everything. You're just gonna have the best life possible in the galaxy. So yeah, actually, life in the Dominion for the Cassians, it's a utopia.
So, I think this video is gonna be a short one because, well, yeah.
Yeah, how long is it?
Because like, now we have discussed like all about the race, like, so Cassians are like humans, so we don't have to go to the biology that much and all that, but let's jump in that a bit more. So Cassians, they are pretty much half Elden and half human, right?
Yeah.
So
they are.
So what gives them? What is the Elden part on them?
What is the Elden part on them? Well, the Elden parts for the Highborn are half Elden, of course. They are part Elden, and the Highborn are the ones that are part Elden. They are the descendants of the Emperor.
Yeah.
And well, they can see in dark. They are basically superhumans. So they're faster, stronger, they live longer, they can withstand more damage, and yeah, they're basically superhumans. So yeah, the human race and the Cassians, human is a term for exiles. So the Cassians have the Highborn and the Lowborn, and Lowborn are still okay. They live their best lives. They have a good life. But the Highborn are a step above. They are like, we are mighty lords. La 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 la. That kind of stuff, you know?
Oh god.
You know what? I'm gonna send you a picture of some human.
So, what does their... well, now that we have pretty much talked about a lot of their past, current situation, or what they are like, and their politics. Actually, let's talk about how they see the other race. What's the demographics of theirs? Like, relationship to the other races. Except the Chua, because everyone hates Chua.
Yeah. The Dominion really fucking hates the Chua.
Yeah, but Cassians with other races, how do they see them? Like, how the other races also see them?
Well, the Cassians have great respect for the other races. Great respect. Most of the Exile races were actually handpicked by the Cassians to be a part of the Dominion. But they refused, or something bad happened that didn't make it happen. And, well, they were just like the Dominion and the Exiles. I mean, the Cassians have great respect for the other races. For example, the Draken, they love the Draken, they love the Mechari, they even have a great respect for the Granok, and they feel very sorry for what happened to Arborea. So they feel sorry they feel a lot of empathy towards the Oran. And there's one race they consider traitors, and those are the Exile Humans. But that's just because you betrayed our entire race.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
How do the other races see them, however? That's pretty funny. Most of the other races tend to think of the Cassians as entitled rich kid brats.
Pretty much. Now I know what to say to this one. Pretty much the same with us Finns seeing the Fennel Swedes. No offense towards Fennel Swedes. And I mean the Swedish speaking minority here in Finland. They are called Fennel Swedes, and we Finns, we see them pretty much as the same, like entitled rich bastards who are like, well, I'm driving with my BMW here, and yeah, I've got so much money. I've got my summer cottage in Saimaa region, and I've got so much land, and my house is like 1,000 square meters big, and like seriously, that's how we Finns pretty much see the Fennel Swedes. We see them as rich, spoiled brats.
Yeah, that's basically how the other races see the Dominion. I mean, like the Cassians.
Like,
but prove them wrong. Prove me that the Highborn aren't entitled spoiled brats, because they are.
Yeah, they pretty much sound like it given their history, but yeah.
Oh, you? Oh, I'm better than you because I'm like dwarf god.
The gods have chosen me. I'm better than you. So kiss my rings, you peasant.
Please, my boots.
Yeah. Okay. Let's stop before we. Hey. Let's stop before we anger anyone. So Oh God. So what does the future hold for them? Like.
Well, it might sound really sad for the Exile players, but the Dominion is probably gonna beat the Exiles. Let's face the facts here. I mean, they have weapons that can destroy entire planets, they have more armies, they have more people, they have entire planets under their control. The Dominion is gonna defeat the Exiles. But they are probably gonna be merciful, learning from what happened to Arborea. They might do some extreme things in the process, because, well, they have done a lot of damage to the Dominion, so they're basically war criminals. But they might be, the common folk like the citizens, the army guys are gonna be defeated, and they're gonna be imprisoned. Well, the common folk of the Exiles, like those that were born into the Exiles, they're gonna be offered sanctuary, they're gonna be offered Dominion citizenship. And, well, the Dominion is gonna live long and prosperous. And they're gonna... The question is, though, will they conquer Nexus? Because that's their most important thing. Nexus is the homeworld of the Elden. They consider it a holy war. That's basically what we're fighting in the game, a holy war. The exiles want Nexus to live on, they want it to be their home. Well, for the Dominion, it's a place of their origin. It's where the Elden came from. It's their home world. They need it back. And yeah, they might succeed, they might not. We don't know because the game was never finished. But if I may speculate, the Dominion will probably succeed. Alright! I think that was pretty good.
This must be the shortest, fucking shortest podcast, because, like, a human race, the Cassians, like, there's not much to talk about them, because, like we all know, humans are a casual race. Like, there's not much to talk about them, because everyone knows what the humans are like. Exception being in Star Wars universe, where there's like Jedi and all that kind of stuff, force sensitivity and all that, and where humans are basically a god race because they are most force sensitive race. Well, one of the most force sensitive races, but in many other races, in many other games like World of Warcraft, Wildstar, pretty much all the games with the human race, with other races, the humans are so generic race that they have almost no special abilities other than what humans in real life have, like the ability to pretty much survive in any situation and all that. But like in Wildstar, so there seems to be more than one human race actually, and all that. So in other words, this race, the human races need like their own separate videos, because otherwise this one video might become like 2 hours long, and I know for sure and from experience that no one is gonna sit that long and listen. So,
and we're gonna, in the next video we will cover the dragon, and then we will go over a tiny bit of Lumini, because
actually after dragon we will have Lumini. Well, actually, let's do all the rest of the human races after the dragon, but not like in one session. Like first Lumini, then the Highborn, and so on. Sounds good. So tune up on Tuesday at this very same time, and before you go, hit the subscribe button, bell icon, and make sure you have made all the notifications available, because otherwise you are going to miss this. But no worries, there's the folder on this channel where you can find all these podcasts. It's called Wildstar. Go check it, and also, don't forget, we are launching in near future the Patreon page, which you can use to order, to actually become a patron, and through that you can also order your own pins to show your alliance with either of the factions. We are still going to also design the neutrality faction pin, the logo, because why the heck not? Because we have a neutral faction we are in, and in one of the videos I will add the server links to the description. Go click, join, and let's have fun in Wildstar. But until then, I am SlendisFi, joined with Angel, and thank you again, Angel, for joining us and telling us about another Wildstar race. This has been...
Thanks, Slendis. Have fun, everybody.
This has been a fun experience once more, and now I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!